Good afternoon, sir.
Okay.
We'll start in 5 minutes.
Sure, certainly. So, shall I share my screen or I'll wait?
No, sir, actually not in here.
Sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, so I'll share a presentation. So,
Yeah, sir.
is that fine, Sarmi?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shormi Khan, Research Associate at Radhanath Shikdar Institute of Geospatial Science and Technology. And it's my privilege to be your host for today's webinar, The Era of AI Agent. On behalf of RSI GST, I extend a warm welcome to all participants, esteemed guests, and our distinguished speaker. Today's session will shed light on the fascinating rise of AI agents, how they are reshaping industries, enhancing decision making, and redefining the boundaries of human machine collaboration. So, it is now my great honor to introduce our keynote speaker for this session, a trailblazer in AI innovation and entrepreneurship. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Tomal Sen, co-founder and CEO of Theta One. Mr. Sen is an accomplished leader who has been at the forefront of developing intelligent systems and next-generation AI solutions. With his deep expertise in building AI-driven products, he has played a pivotal role in advancing the concept of AI agents, systems that can act, learn, and collaborate autonomously. We are privileged to have him with us today to share his vision on how AI agents are reshaping the future of business and society. Mr. Sen, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Sarmi, for this warm welcome and starting the whole thing. So it's a privilege to me also, like presenting to the system audience. And with my uh, experience so far, I'll try to present my understanding and what all I've learned in this few years. So I'll try to do my best. And if you have any question, so just ask. I think, Surmi, so what we'll do in the next slide, I have one collaboration tool here. So whoever wants, they can scan this QR code and join. So with this Slido app, they can ask questions, they can answer various quizzes. So I've prepared some of the quiz questions at the end, and whoever giving right answer will show a leaderboard kind of thing. So please scan these and just put your name and join. After that, I can start. So, is that fine?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So here, let us wait for a minute or so that everyone can scan these and joins on Slido, and then probably I can start.
Yes, sir. Everyone, please scan the QR code.
So I have tried to make the presentation a little bit non-linear. So like it will not go that it will start from definition and end with something else. So I try to make it little interactive and non-linear in nature. But that's my idea. I'll try my best to uh, put across the whole AI agent thing. And also, I'll also like to learn from you that what all questions you are having, what all thoughts you are having, maybe at the end of this session. So that will be a learning for me as well. And most importantly, I should thank Surmi, Surjodipto, and whole RSI GST um, college and also Pentile Technologies for arranging this whole thing. So, with your permission, shall I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please raise your hand if you haven't scanned yet. You are working. I'll wait for another, let's say, 5 seconds, 5-10 seconds. Okay, let's get started. Yeah. So I would like to start with a question, simple question. So since all of us are connected with various in various social media, we are seeing a lot of posts related to AIs, AI agents, and somewhere or the other, we feel that we should be knowing about AI agents. That's why you are here. So to discuss about AI agents. So I think all of us have little bit of understanding. I would not say understanding, little bit of um, thinking going inside their head. If you can open this Slido thing and put up some of the words, whatever you are, it is coming to your mind when you think of AI agents. Put anything if you want. Like we'll come to like at the like entire presentation will answer your questions, but it is really interesting to know what all thing is going inside your head. Okay, we got the first thought: human advancement in techs. Okay, anyone else? Okay, so without spending more time here, let us get into the real thing. So, what are agents or what are AI agents? So, I will not say, I will not keep my definition here. So, I think all of us know the company called Anthropic. They are a pioneer in this field. So, they are making the LLM called Claude. So, you have heard that model name called Claude. So, they are making various AI models called Claude Sonnets, Claude Opus, all those things. So they are defining agents in a way that agents are some autonomous programs or systems that can operate independently. That's a very important point, that they can operate independently without much human intervention and for extended period of time. So that is another important point, that there are a lot of systems which can operate independently or autonomously. But let's say we have a long running task which needs a lot of time to execute. So agents should be uh, independently carrying on that task for extended amount of time and accomplish complex tasks. Complex meaning what human, as a human, we think complex. For I'm giving an example. For example, let's say I am trying to find the very an analytics point. Let's say top transactions, top 10 transaction in my database. So so that's a very small example. But let's say what I can do, I can write a SQL query in our database and run that. I can get that. But what if I type in a chat that what is the top 10 transaction in my database? So it's a very simple agent. It should go to my database, it find the tables and construct the query, run the query, and give me the answer. Okay, so that's a very simple example of agents. So that's how, like, agents are autonomous programs which can run independently and for extended amount of period to accomplish complex tasks. Okay, so how this agent work? So at the left side we have various AI models. All of us have heard that, I'm quite sure. So we have heard about GPTs, we have heard about Claude, we have heard about Google Gemini. So these are, we call it AI models. Also, we also call this large language model. Okay, so this model can understand languages and produce languages. So since this AI can produce languages, we call it generative AI. Okay. Okay, so in the left hand side we have AI models, and in the right hand side we have various platforms or tools which exist even before AI era. Let's say SAP, Salesforce, our Chrome browser, files, various databases, ERPs. So this exists. This tool exists in the pre-AI era also. We are very familiar with this tool. We go to browser for browsing any website. SAP and Salesforce are for enterprise uh, ERP or various other purposes. PDF, Excel, these we keep for various like documentation purpose, or Excel for calculation purpose. Database is for, you all know. So in the right hand side, we have traditional platforms. And in the left hand side, we have intelligent models. Okay. Now, where the agent comes. So agent is a program which can make use of these intelligent models, and it can work with the traditional tools. We also call it external system, and do the magic. Okay. So let's say one user asks, what is the highest transaction in April? Okay. Now, I just explained that this program, this agentic AI program, will first go to this intelligent models to understand what is written in the query. Then, when it understands from the models, then it will go to, let's say, SAP or the database. Okay, and find out the answer. Then again, it will go to models to validate the answer, and finally they'll produce to the user. So that's how a very, very simple trivial agent work. So in one hand, it has several models, intelligent system. On the other hand, it has traditional so-called dumb systems. Okay, and the agentic AI program actually creates a bridge. Okay, so that these traditional systems can be used more intelligently, more autonomously. Okay, moving on. So it is another point that before this agentic era, so before these LLMs, chat GPTs, this arrived in the market. So we still had a workflow-based system. What are workflows? So I am sure that some of us already knows what workflows are, but still I'll explain for the others that workflow is a system where these tools or these platforms or some various tools like emails, various these platforms, I'm talking about these tools, these external systems. So workflows are when these platforms or tools are used to predefine code paths. To give an example, if we make a system which sends an email to the admin, let's say I have an e-commerce website, okay, so or let's say like Swiggy. So after the order is completed, user presses a rating, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we can make a system to sending an email to admin when user hits a 1 star. Okay, so that can be a workflow that whenever customer seems like he's not happy, he's putting 1 star, we are sending an email. to admin. Okay. Now this is a predefined code path. This is a predefined action. When user presses 1 star, that's a very predefined action. No intelligent there. Okay. Then our program sends an email. Okay. Now coming to the agentic system. Agentic system has an intelligent thought process where AI can dynamically direct various tools to operate. Okay. To give the same example, we can specify, we can make a system which can send an email to the admin when a new customer seems dissatisfied. See the difference. Here we have explicitly said the customer rates 1 star. There is no intelligence. But in the agentic system, we are saying that when a customer seems dissatisfied, this is a vague. This is not vague, but this can be ambiguous. This can have multiple meaning. Okay, but agentic AI can decode that. It can so it takes care of rating 1 star. That is also a dissatisfaction. Maybe the user is searching something abrupt, or user is closing the app or going like pressing back button too fast. Those are signs of dissatisfaction. Okay, so agent can understand that, and it can understand various other signals than 1 star. I'm not explicitly saying 1 star. Okay, so here is the cognitive ability coming, that whenever customer seems dissatisfied, like using various actions, then an email will be sent. So that is the difference, that a workflow is a predefined logic and the agent is not a predefined logic, but a thinking process or a cognitive abilities involved, so that it becomes more and more intelligent. Okay. So I'll go to a quick quiz, and I can see Mr. Ashok Kumar has joined. If all of us can join, then that will be good. It will be interesting to see how you are getting into. So this is the QR code again. You can join using this. So let's say I'll wait for another 10 seconds if somebody wants to join. So that will be fun, definitely. So please join if you can. Okay. So moving ahead, showing the question. Yeah. So we have 40 seconds time. Just see the question. Difference between workflow and agentic AI. Whoever already joined with your mobile, you can see the question on your mobile also. So you can see 4 options are there. You can choose multiple answers also. The difference between workflow and agentic AI. We are about to end. Yeah. So let us see. I didn't get an answer, I think. Yeah, these are the correct answers. Okay. So workflows are manual. Agentic AI is automated. This is not the right answer. Workflows are also automated, but agentic AI is much more intelligent, kind of intelligent automation. Rest of the things are all correct sentences. Workflows are prescribed task execution, and agentic AI is about tasks that needs complex decision making. Workflows are more predictable. Agentic AI is less predictable. That is also true. Workflows are preferred when output is required to be very accurate, with high confidence. Yes. So agentic AI, since it uses AI is not always have the 100% confidence. So we have to be careful about that. But workflow, since these are predefined logics, most of the time they are 100% correct. So moving on. Yeah. Now some use cases where we are using this agentic AI, and this is kind of disrupting these fields. So let's say HR recruiting firm, what they do, they have recruiters, they call the candidates for a job and do the screening, and final interview is being taken, then the joining happens. Okay. In this agentic era, this shortlisting, like let's say we have thousands, 2000 applicants for a job. Okay. Now we need to call, either we need to call 2000 applicants, or at least we need to see the resumes of all 2000 candidates based on our job description. So that what AI agent can do. I mean, it is already doing. There are a lot of platforms who are doing that. Out of your applicants, it can shortlist to a, let's say you have 2000 applicants, it can shortlist to, let's say, 10 applicants. So you now have to call 10 candidates, and then it becomes very easy to shortlist your candidate for hiring. That's agentic AI is already doing. So before that, I'll just tell you what is autonomy level. So autonomy level means how autonomous your agent is, how much independent your agent is. So first I'll show that how autonomy level 1, less independent agent can work. And then I'll show how more autonomy can be given to an agent to achieve higher automated or intelligent tasks. Let's say I have another problem I run a company, and let's say I sell furnitures. Okay. And what agents can do for me, it can scout to across various social media, various posts, and search for the prospective buyers in, let's say, in Kolkata for me. So whoever showing interest in various social media, like let's say somebody liked a comment, like a post of fridge, or let's say post of let's say a furniture, a dining table. Okay, so what agents can do, it can go to various websites, including Facebook, including LinkedIn, various other websites where people are there to interact. It can go and find out whoever reacting to this kind of interaction, like buying furniture. So it can give me the list of users who are really interested in furniture buying. Another example can be, let's say I have meetings and also I have gym schedules. And what my agent can do, it can organize or create a meal plan for me every day, like one day before in the night, maybe, based on my next day's meeting and gym schedules. So an agent can do, it can go to my calendar, it can go to my gym schedules, maybe in WhatsApp, and it can suggest me that. Okay. So also, let's say another use case. So let's say I'm running a manufacturing company, and my orders, some of the orders are not moving because production is not started. Why? Some items are not available. So items are not available, production not started, orders are stalled, and my customers are waiting, they're being frustrated. So what agent can do, it can go to my ERP like SAP and all, it can find out those orders which are stalled because the production not started. So it can do that. So agents with autonomy level 1 already doing that. A lot of platforms are doing that. So it is already here. So okay. Now see, if we increase the autonomy level of these agents, what can be achieved? Let's say after shortlisting and screening, the agent can also, maybe not all platforms are doing, but we can see in near future that agents are calling the candidates and shortlisting the very important ones. So it can call, it can ask questions, it can interview based on user skills and also the job description, and then you can shortlist. Agents, even when we are talking about identifying the prospects, agents can call them and know their requirements. That can happen. Either it is happening now already. I can see various US companies who are doing like something like that, but we'll see this in India as well very soon. So apart from keeping track of my meetings and also suggesting the meal plan, agents can place order in the e-commerce sites. In the near future, you can see this kind of application is coming. And also for this kind of use case where my production is not started, agents can autonomously email customers stating the reason that say, this item is not available, that's why your order is pending. Please wait for another few days, we'll provide you update. So that kind of conversation agent can make without needing a human intervention. Also, it can follow up with the vendor who is supplying this item which is unavailable. It can ask the vendor for the reason of the delay and all those things. And all this can happen automatically. And we need some humans who can just monitor these applications. Okay, today uh, this agent has sent 50 emails for which like for these orders are not available due to production not started. Okay, and there they can put more comments. So human will be needed to monitor the agent actions, but most of the tasks which are humans are doing now and in a repetitive way can be taken up by the agents. Okay, so we'll go to another small kind of, this is a poll thing. So which use case you relate to most? So if I go back once again, so we have 4 use cases. So just put your on the Slido itself. Uh, you can choose any of the options, and I just want to understand that which use case you are relating to yourself most. So one is recruitment and interview use case. Another is sales prospecting use case, personal assistant use case, and manufacturing use case. Maybe none of the above. Okay, we'll wait for another 5 seconds. Okay, so here, so next thing is like how agent is, like the fields where agent is already being used and creating a massive impact. And I'll give you some examples. For example, in software development. So it used to be the softwares which used to be developed in months. Now it is possible to make in days. See the kind of productivity growth has happened. So there are certain tools like Cursor, like Windsurf. There are a lot of other tools which are making, like you put a command and they can make the whole software for you. Yes, definitely you need, if you need some modification, you need to understand the code it is writing, but the boilerplate code or the majority of codes which would take months prior to this agentic thing, but it can be done in days now. Deep research. Suppose I am doing some deep analysis about some topic, and what I really do, I'll go to Google search, I'll do a lot of search, I'll go to, let's say, 50 websites and search the topic, I understand, then I summarize, then I put into a document, and that might take days for me, which can be done in minutes. I'll show you this example. I'll show you live that how a deep research can happen in massive scale and can be completed in minutes. Data entry, customer service. So these are automated like anything. So most of the customer service and data entry things will be automated in near future. We're seeing that trend. Already we are seeing this trend in Blinkit, not in Blinkit, in Zepto. I think you have heard about Zepto and also used also. In Zepto, they are saying about 90% of their customer service is automated. So you type any customer service query there in Zepto, the answer you was getting in most of the time, 90% of the time, it's an automated bot answer. You don't even understand. Okay. So yeah. So as I told that let us see a lot of talks happen. Let us see a real research agent demo. And so what we'll do, we'll do a deep research in the topic of innovation in geospatial data analysis. Okay. So let us do that. So I have this tool with me. So run a deep research on innovation on geospatial data analysis. Okay. I just start research mode on. web search mode on. Okay. Now this is one of the most powerful model available in the universe now, and I'll start the research. Okay. So it is asking some questions. Are you particularly interested in specific industries, urban planning? Let's say I am telling it, I need it for environmental monitoring. Okay. Should I prioritize recent technological breakthrough? Yes. Prioritize recent technology tech breakthrough. Okay. And finally, are you looking for practical application you could implement or more of a strategic overview? I need a, let's say, strategic overview. I do not need any implementation. Okay. Like giving this input to this agent. Now see what's happening. Configuring research parameters. Yeah. It's first creating the research plan. So when it is doing, let us continue and come back to this. Take some time to complete the research and show you how massively it is accessing various websites. So it will access almost 400 websites. Yeah, I think research plan is created. It will access more than 400 websites and combine the research within minutes. So yeah, see, it has started gathering 80 sources. So it is creating 4 different thread of research. Okay, as if 4 different people are researching at the same time, and they are looking at 31 websites. This agent is looking at 60 websites. This is looking at and 8. So as you can see, it is massively accessing the websites in a massive speed and scale and continuing your research. See, 268 websites. So think of it that can a human do that in any sense? Like if I have this research problem in my mind and if I want to go to 300 websites to do the research, is it possible for a human? Is it? I don't think so. So this is now become possible in that massive scale. So let this complete this research. So it is looking to these all websites. As you can see, all these websites are being accessed. Okay. Okay. So it is running now. Let this get completed. Okay. Meanwhile, let us continue with the other parts of the slide. So as you have seen that it is creating massive scale of productivity increase. But the question comes to our mind that what is the cost implication? How our cost of operation will change? So definitely, whatever field we are working in, let's say it can be education, it can be research, it can be business. I mean, in various business sectors like manufacturing, retail, in whatever field you are in, it will definitely mm, the fixed cost will be coming down to a lot, right? Because let's say the simple examples. In the simple example, so this particular thing, we might had 5 manpower to do that. So now one agent can do that, which is also automated. Okay. Now my fixed cost, keeping manpower who is doing research, finding a lot of websites and all everything, Instead of 5 manpower, we need 1 skilled manpower, right? So my fixed cost is drastically coming down. Recurring cost increases. Yes, recurring cost increases. For these tools to be used, these are like this. This Claude is paid tool. So I have to pay a recurring fee to this. So my recurring cost increases. But it's not as much as my fixed cost. It's just $30-40 a month. Also, what is important, the cost per unit production goes down. So if you are producing some material or some service, so since your fixed cost is drastically coming down and your productivity increases like anything, your cost per unit production becomes very, very less. But yes, you have to leverage AI to reach that productivity level. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to a different question, data privacy. So data privacy, yes, these AI systems are maintained by big giants like what I'm using now. This is maintained by Anthropic. Okay. And we also use, all of us use ChatGPT, which is maintained by OpenAI. Google has Gemini. Okay. So these systems keep huge data centers, huge GPU clusters to serve your queries. Okay. So when you, so that in that way, when you are writing some prompts or query to this ChatGPT or wherever, it is going to their server. So if you enter some really, really personal or private questions to them, your data actually going to their server and it's not at all private yet. So why we will use their server? We can also run the AI in our own laptop, right? No, it's not possible. The amount of computing power it needs cannot be run in laptop or small setups. So it has very, very high cost of ownership. Okay. So in this AI era, data privacy is a big concern, and we should be really, really careful while we're entering some data and giving that to agentic systems. Environment, yes, AI systems harms the environment. That is for any technological advancement that does that it has, like for when car was invented, it produces a lot of gas in greenhouse gases, CO2, carbon monoxide, all of that. So every enhancement, advancement in technology has some drawbacks in environmental things. So this is also not an exception. So AI systems consume a lot of fresh water, and it also consumes a lot of electricity for running these GPUs, and also it produces, like while creating this amount of electricity, a lot of greenhouse gases are produced. Okay, so yes, it has some environmental concerns. Trust. So can we trust these systems? So let's say if I ask a question to an AI that, let's say, I have this expenses and incomes, what could be the possible way to reduce the tax liabilities, right? So it gives some answer. You can try that in ChatGPT, it will give some answer. But can you trust that? Okay. So can we trust that answer? So here comes some points. Yeah. So these agents or LLMs, they are prone to hallucinations. If your question is not very clear, or it's very complex in nature, or the data is not available to their training data, it might give you some answer which never exists. Okay, we call it hallucinations. So whenever asking creating a scenario which is very, very, what should I say, has to be trusted or should come from a trustworthy source, we should um, do a double check instead of believing LLMs or AIs 100%. Bias. In many cases, we see LLMs are biased to a certain community, certain culture, certain languages. Yes, this is because the training data which is provided to the LLMs that are biased, but yes, it exists. Unpredictable outcomes. Yes, also, if you ask the same questions multiple times to a ChatGPT, you can see the difference happens sometimes. So yes, it is prone to giving you unpredictable outcomes. Yeah, It's still running. Yeah, it's completed now. Okay, so I can share this with you. Publish and copy link. You can take a look and see how the research was done in 5 minutes and how much it would take for a human or set of human beings. You can take a look at your leisure time. Coming back to our presentation, so agents can be majorly two types. First is general purpose, like ChatGPT, Claude, I just have shown. Manas AI, like they can do a lot of things, lot of agentic tasks they can do. And also they can be vertical. Vertical meaning, so there will be special purpose, like the agents are built for some very special purpose. For example, we have Cursor for coding, we have Roger, which can do sales prospecting, we have Yellow.ai, which are edtech agents, we have Harvey, which is a legal agent. Okay, so these are built specifically for this industry. So we'll come to another demo, very small demo maybe. So we are calling it Vibe coding. Okay, Vibe coding is nothing but it's using our natural language to do coding and to make softwares. Since I belong to a software field, I know this field very well. So, and this is a vertical agent. So I'll show a vertical agent which can understand the requirement, which can run tests, and it can give you a full-blown software as an output. Let me show you. So I'll use agent called V0. Okay. So to this agent, I already created the prompt before this presentation. So I'm asking to create a price comparison website. That's a software website front end where based on the user search, prices from various sources can be displayed. Also, average ratings and reviews and features will be compared. User can save the product is into wish list and also go to original source of the product, create a colorful B2C website for Indian market context. Okay, I am asking a coding agent to create that website for me. It is planning first. It is promising that it will design inspiration for vibrant Indian B2C experience. Okay. Yeah. Now see, it is writing real code for you. It is completed. Yeah. See your website. It has completed. Full screen. Yeah. Some price compare prices. Let me see what happens. Nothing. Search the power bank. It's just not completed. Just a second. Acha, Flipkart, Amazon, it is showing all these website comparisons. And let me search something. It's not there. Just a demo website, but see the whole thing. It has created a website for me, and with all this data, yes, maybe the backend is not yet done, but it can still make the backend if it's up. Now, here's fun thing. Let's say I do not like this button color. Okay. And what I can say, I do not like this color. Make it red. So let us see what happens. Please again started writing code. Yeah, see this? So this way you can also prompt the agent again and again and make your best design. Yeah. Let's come back. So this is an example of vertical agent, like an agent built for only coding and designing various software things. Okay. Now coming to industry impacts. So what we are already seeing, that massive reorganization of white collar resources, whoever like in this software or related to various industries which we call white collar. So they are actually agentic AI is coming in a big way, and an employment issue is being created. So the most very prominent issue we are seeing for the senior resources who are very who are not very much equipped with these new technologies, and we are seeing this happening. Okay, and also these entry level resources, they are also seeing some difficulties to find jobs, because the entry level resources job, these are being done as I've just shown you. That's even this website and all this, an entry level resource will not be able to do to that extent, that much of like efficiency what agent can do. So entry level resources and very senior resources, these are like worst hit segments. And so what is the way forward to accomplish, like to have this challenge? So we have to understand that AI is not a magical wand that you just roam it and you just put a spell and it will create a magic for you. So you have to understand that it's a force multiplier. Means whatever you are doing, you can do much faster, you can do much more of that. Okay. So if you do 0, if you multiply with any number, it will be 0. So point is, if you can do something good, and then if you learn to use AI, then you can be able to do better in a massive scale. Okay, that AI can do. So AI is a force multiplier, right? So whenever we are writing prompt to ChatGPT or in other agents or agentic systems, so you have to understand that the clarity of our thought actually helps the agent to understand that problem and create the solution for you. So if you just we think that, okay, whatever we are right, it will understand my mind and do the task for you. No. Okay. So that's a major understanding that we have to do. Also, we have to upskill to a great extent. We have to learn that what all things are happening across the world with these AI agents in my industry, in my job, so that I can learn how that is happening, so that I can learn how to create or maintain AI agents. So nowadays, when this coding become commodity, like most of the coding is being done by agents or will be done by the agents in the near future. So whoever I mean, they're not familiar with coding, it's not a problem now. So if we can still learn how to make various AI agents, we can still learn how to make softwares without coding a bit. Small softwares can be done even with, I mean, very, very less coding knowledge. That we can learn, and that is the primary skill for this century, we can say. So upskill is the key. And that's my suggestion or recommendation. So there are a lot of AI tools across the world. Try to use their paid version because they give you something, some better version of it when they are paid. So the mindset that we can always use the free thing and do our thing, that will not, probably will not work in most of the cases, because anyway our data is going to them, and it's not at all like, even if it is free, but they will use our data to do something, some kind of training. But in the paid versions, you have control that your data is not going, like in some AI tools, these controls are there that your data will not be used for retraining, all those things you can set. And also you get a better version of that AI agent, so that your task will be completed in a better way, in a faster way, and without much limitation. Okay, that's my suggestion. I mean, can follow or cannot. So I'm almost completed, Sharmi. So this will be the last 3-4 slides of quizzes. So whoever not joined yet, if you can join, and you can see that how you can answer these questions, and you can test your understanding. So I'll wait for another 10 seconds here, so that rest of the attendees can scan this QR code and join, and then we'll proceed to the question, like quiz. Okay. So we have 30 seconds. What is agentic AI primarily known for? Social media management, autonomous decision making, beautiful graphic design, and enormous data storage. Okay, 2 people have answered. Okay, all of us answered autonomous decision making, and that is correct. Now the next question: what is a key characteristic of agentic AI? Human-like empathy, high-speed internet with very low latency, human-like level decision making and self-learning capabilities, physical strength for replacing labor-intensive jobs. One has answered. Okay, done. So the last one, but unfortunately, the third one is the answer. Final one. What is the potential risk of agentic AI? More traffic jams, lower quality education, job displacement, higher taxes, and low productivity. One has answered. Two has answered. Okay, both have said job displacement. I think that is the correct answer. Yeah. Yeah, so Sanchita, you are the, I think you became the topper. 2 out of 3 questions you have answered, and that was correct. Your timing was 52 seconds. Great. So we'll recap here, and then we'll go to a question answer round, right? So we're almost wrapping up. So we have discussed what are AI agents, how they are different from workflows, use cases AI agents that AI agents are disrupting. A demo research agent, we have done that. Cost implications, we have seen that. Risk with AI agents, we have seen that. Types of AI agent, yes. Deep dive into a coding. All of this we have done. I don't know how much I was able to convey, but I tried my best. And again, this is the slide where you can put your answers, or you can put your answer in the Google chat itself. So that's up to you. So you can put your questions. Put your question in the Google chat, and meanwhile, we can see I'm really thankful to our SIDST, Pentile, Suryodipto, and Surmi.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a thought-provoking and inspiring keynote. Your insights have given us a deeper understanding of the potential and challenges of AI agents in today's digital era. To all participants, a feedback form link has been shared in the chat box. We kindly request you to fill it out, as your suggestions and feedbacks are invaluable for improving our future sessions.
So, Surmi, I think we got a question.
Yeah.
So,
yes, sir.
So, shall I answer this, or we wait for more questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how do we ensure AI agents respect cultural diversities and moral plurality while operating globally? Yeah. So, very nice question. So, fundamentally, this is not a very easy thing to do, because when these agents are AI models are trained, so they definitely train so that these models do not answer harmful contents, but keeping the cultural nuances. It is very rarely available. For example, as a Bengali, I might like something, and the other person in the world, they might not. So there is a conflicting interest. So generally, whoever making these models, AI models, they create enough data to feed all kinds of various cultural things, various linguistic things to these AI agents. But fundamentally, it doesn't really respect all the cultural aspects. It is up to us who are making these AI agents. Like one part is AI models. Okay, these are very fundamental thing. Now AI agent sits on top of it, using that models and using the external tools. So whoever making these agents, we need to create sufficiently large amount of test cases, using which that use cases can be tested to a lot of scenarios and seen that this cultural diversity or moral plurality, these are maintained. And also it depends on the use cases you are doing. So for example, if this is a fundamentally financial agent, financial bot, or coding agent, then it might not be required that it is morally, what should I say, very much uh, good or bad, whatever. But because it should be kind of neutral. But in an application where it is a customer facing bot, customer service bot, there it is very important to be culturally or morally good. So based on use case also, this agentic AI developers has to be careful that what use cases I am serving, and what are the possible scenarios that might come to our platform, and how these are handled before making that agent public. That's my take. And yeah. So Fahima, how to ensure data safety when using these AI agents? Can you rely on this on the codes provided by AI model? Yeah. So you can rely on the. So to answer your first question, data safety, yes, data safety, never share your personal data. Try to mask it in a different form. So even if you are sharing some personal data, try to mask it in some form. Like, let's say, if you have a problem, you are sharing a problem related to tax, you specify it in other way, okay, and get the answer and try to interpret the meaning and get the answer. Okay, number one. Number two is do not ask which is very, very sensitive, and the answer, if the answer is incorrect, then it might be very, very problematic thing. So do not ask that question, or do not rely on those questions at all. So always do a double check. And codes, yes, you can rely, even you can learn also. Whatever AI producing, if you try to learn what they are producing and why they are producing, you can learn how good code is written. So there is a learning opportunity also. But definitely, if you do not have that capability that you can understand the code, it will be very difficult in future that whenever a critical issue comes, then fixing that issue will be a big problem. So whatever coding result it is coming from your AI agent, before applying to your code base, always do a double check or understand the code, what it is saying. So that can be an option. And what kind of skill sets should be focused on now? Ankit said, what is now that most of our job can be covered by an agent. Okay, so what I understood is Ankit is asking that what kind of skill set we should get so that our job is not taken by AI agent. So that's what I said, that you have to skilled about using the AI agents. What AI agent can do, it should not be like repetitive jobs. You should not be only doing that job. You have to be master of using AI agents and creating some better thing. So human creativity, nobody can take, nobody can replace, not even the agent. So now our creativity level was here before AI agent. Since they are matching this part, we have to go there. Okay. So now our creativity should go that level. So that is a challenge to us, that if we restrict ourselves to this level, yes, our job will be replaced definitely today or tomorrow. But if you increase yourself, your creativity, your thought, your imagination using these agents, yes, nobody can replace you. What are the risks or challenges to use AI agents? Risk, yes, I have just told that one is the data privacy risk. Another is, yes, this hallucination bias risk. So hallucination and bias is if your agent is not properly trained, or your question is vague, or the training data or the data you are providing to the agent is not in the model's training set, that data. So it will start giving you unpredictable answers. That might be a risk. So in the current stage, so you should be very careful before using agents in production grade systems. So far, what I understood, you use agents in a co-pilot mode. Co-pilot means you become the pilot, you run the job, but take help from AI agent. For example, if you are doing let's say, sales prospecting, you are finding potential customers, you do not ask the AI agent to do everything. So take help from them, you do a double check and then use it. Otherwise, the mistakes they are making, their agents are making, will be overlooked. There can be a risk. Okay. I think, Sami, we
Okay.
got a lot of questions, but yeah, we're done.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sen. As we conclude this enlightening session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our keynote speaker, Mr. Tamal Sen, for sharing his expertise and forward-looking perspective, and to all our participants for joining and engaging with us today. Thank you once again. Wishing you all continued success, curiosity, and inspiration in this exciting era of AI. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.